when I went to college and then that negative influence came on me. I was just doing I became more unproductive. Was just doing all random activities, dancing, bunking classes, waking up late, waking up at 12 p.m., just going and eating lunch again, doing the unproductive stuff or sleeping, watching reels, going out, wasting money. Everything was happening in that second semester. Hi guys, I'm Pavan Bisamala, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about my journey from nothing to something. I'm gonna explain in detail about what all decisions I have chosen in the last few years and what all was my journey in the past 3 to 4 or 5 years, you guys can consider. So yeah, without wasting any second, let's dive right into the video. And before we start, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let me take you back to the year 2018. 2018 was the year I was in my 9th grade. I was in Oak Ridge International School, Gachibowli, Hyderabad, and I was studying in MYP, which is basically called as Middle Years Program, which is affiliated to IB board, or you can say International Baccalaureate. So when I was in 9th grade, I was just a very, very average student, because actually that curriculum is actually hard. And then slowly moving on to 10th, I just went to tuitions, I studied well. Then I just got 39 out of 56 in my 10th boards, which is pretty okay. I mean, it's not very good, it's not very bad as well, but yeah, it was pretty fine, it was okay. I was satisfied actually by seeing my 9th grade marks and then seeing my 10th board marks. So yeah, as an IB student, I was satisfied. And yeah, that's the end of 2019, of my 10th grade, mid 2019, where the exams were held in May. The boards will be held in May if you're an IB student. So after the exams were done, there were like just 1 week of holidays, because I was moving from IB course to CBSE for my 11th and 12th, right? So between these 7 days and before the end of my 10th grade, I was just thinking to take MEC, which is Maths, Economics, Commerce, as you guys already know. But I eventually took MPC. That just happened, right? Basically, that just happened, right? So then after that, I just went to college, went to school. I was just continuing my 11th and 12th in Oak Ridge itself. I went to school. Some days I just started studying. I understood that I should study MPC, but I wasn't interested in doing MPC. But still, I thought, chalo, there's no other option left after I've enrolled for the course. So I'm like, chalo, let's do it. You don't have any option. I just kept that in mind and then started studying a bit. So I did well. I got 83% something, 83 in my 11th grade. Then we move on to March 2020, where you guys know COVID-19, lockdown. I came back home, started my 12th grade. Then it was online classes. I didn't even listen. I was just sleeping. Class was on karke so jao. That was everybody's routine, I believe, when they're in their online classes. So that's what even I used to do. I wasn't even productive at all. It's just sleeping and just watching YouTube videos, watching movies and everything. What all I could have done, all the unproductive stuff, I've done in that lockdown period of 6 to 7 months. Then when lockdown ended, like potentially 2020, when people started coming out, it was just my 12th grade going on by then. So they just announced that we'll be having exams. We may have exams, 12th grade board exams. So then I started to study. I went to tuition. I started to study for some time, for a few months actually. And then again, they said that boards are going to cancel because of COVID cases increasing in the country. Then suddenly I just stopped studying. I don't know, I just lost it, because for like 6 to 7 months period, I wasn't even studying. And then suddenly if you tell me to study for like 2-3 months left for your board exams, it won't happen, right? So I just studied for like 1-2 months, but not perfectly. I was not even confident that I could write the exams well. I was just praying that the exams should get cancelled, but eventually it did, God's grace. I didn't know what to do. I wrote the SAT exam in somewhere in March 2021, and then yeah, this was before my board results came out, right? And before they announced that the boards are cancelled, this was when I was preparing for the board exam as well. I wrote the SAT general examination where you have math and English. Math is like very easy for a 12th class student, right? It's really, really easy. But SAT English is obviously tough. So I scored 1200 out of 1600 in that examination, where I got 680 in math and 520 in English. In English, that's pretty bad, but math, that's pretty decent. So that's how my SAT went. Then I wasn't planning to do engineering, but I had to do engineering, right? So because that's how it goes in Indian parents' mind, right? I was telling them that I'm not interested in coding. I don't want to do engineering. I'll do something else instead of engineering. But eventually I had to do engineering. So with the SAT score, I got admission into Mahindra University, which was previously known as Mahindra Ecole Central, which is in Hyderabad. So yeah, I just got admission into that, and I chose electronics and computer science engineering, which is now known as ECM in my college. So basically you'll have both electronic side and also computer side. So yeah, for people who are thinking you can go both the ways, software and hardware, you should choose that. But I feel that's a tricky decision to take, because if you're not going on either side, you'll stay in the middle. You'll just be confused on what to do in life, right? If you're seriously a core BTech student, because right, you'll have that. Some people have that confusion whether to go for electronics or computers. Some people are clear, like they want to go electronic side or computer side. So yeah, depends on the person again. So that's how it started. Then in November 2021, it was the first time I went to hostel, right? That's actually, my college is a residential college, so it's a compulsory hostel. Every BTech student should be in hostel. PBA and law were introduced back then, 2021. So that is for BBA and BTech. For BBA and law, it was only partial residential, semi-residential, as you can say. As some people should stay in hostel, or it's their wish actually. Some people in hostel or day scholar, it's our wish. But for BTech, it was like compulsory hostel. It is completely residential. So if you're a student coming to campus, you should stay on board, right, or in the dorms. So I went to college on November 2021 with like no proper mindset of studying, right? Because lockdown ho gaya tha, and then exams got cancelled. I just gave my SAT exam, got the admission slowly. Holidays were there in that period. That also I was actually doing time pass, nothing else, playing cricket, right, in my community and going out, roaming here and there. Then I just went to college in November 2021, like with no hopes, because I actually wasn't interested in BTech, but I still had to go, right? Then I went in November 2021 without any hope, met a new people, right? When you go to college for the first time, you meet a lot of new people, made few friends, spoken to everybody. Like I just spoke to everybody, made very much like connections with all the first years, like when I went to college. And then, seniors, second years were ragging our gang. And then yeah, that happened in November. And eventually November ending, again the COVID cases increased in our campus as well. So we had to come back home. And then after a few months in Jan 2022 basically, we again went back to college. That was for a week again. And then we again had to come back because of COVID cases rising in the city and everything else. So yeah, we had to come back again in Jan. And then in like mid-Jan, before we came back home, I actually released a short film. I used to have a YouTube channel named PB Creations, where we used to do short films, right? When I was in 12th, I guess I've started that channel, or 11th ending or 12th. In that lockdown period only I've started the channel, right? I thought of mentioning at the start, but yeah, this is the time where I stopped it in like few days. So yeah, this is now the time I should mention about it. So that's why instead of telling in the start itself, I'm telling it right now. So as you're in Jan 2022, where I released my short film called Punadi, where people have acted from my community and my friends. They have acted in the short film, and yeah, I got good encouragement at college, and people were seeing me as a an actor, good actor, director and everything else. That just happens in college, right? So that was how it went in January 2022. And then when I came back home, they said because of COVID cases were rising, it was pretty normal, it was fine. I was still in that hype where that my college friends and everyone gave me because of my short film. And then basically after a few days, just passed like that, few online classes, and then again college started, right? We had exams, the first semester examination, right, in February. I gave that. I didn't even study, right, because I wasn't even interested. I thought I could change, I could study, right, in my second semester, but that also didn't happen, right? I went to college in my second semester. I met few people, few friends who actually influenced me in a negative way. I won't reveal any of their names. I don't know if they'll see this video or not, but yeah, I won't reveal any of their names. So when I went to college and then that negative influence came on me, I was just doing I became more unproductive. Was just doing all random activities, dancing, bunking classes, waking up late, waking up at 12 p.m, just going and eating lunch again, doing the unproductive stuff, or sleeping, watching reels, going out, wasting money. Everything was happening in that second semester, right? So like I still remember I just spent 50,000 rupees in a single month in May 2022. My parents just told me a single word, a single sentence, if you can just put it. They just told me that just think and spend money. This is what they just told me, right? So then also I didn't understand, but slowly when I came to June, I wrote my examinations. Later I realized that no, this is not the way I should go. I should change it. I should change everything, right? I've increased my cholesterol back then. I've checked it after my examinations. I've done the tests in June 2022. As I said, after my examinations, I really knew that I'll get below the previous semester because I know how I wrote. I didn't even touch my book. I didn't even know how the teachers even looked for that semester, to be honest. So I just knew that I messed the whole semester up. And when I got my cholesterol test when I came home in June 2022, then it was 261, right? Below 200, it should be, that's fine. Above 200, it's high, it's very high. So 261 was really, really high. So I had to cut that down. I just decided one thing. I put a story on Instagram saying, "Dear me, I'll make you proud in 6 months." This is what I kept back then in June 2022, right? So then from then, I just started to learn what to eat, and then I started to play cricket 2 to 3 hours a day properly, because at hostel I couldn't do so because of all these unproductive works and all those, wasting money, going out, spending on food, waking up late. Everything was damaged by then. I was just rock bottom, zero, nothing, right? Then I'm just going to cricket 2-3 hours a day. I just lost like 3 to 4 kgs in like 15 to 20 days. And then I became a bit thin, right? So then I'm like, okay, fine. I got my fitness back again. I'm fine. I'm on track and everything. Then moving on to July 2022, me and my friend, we thought of doing an internship. Like just to earn some money. Then what we have done is we have applied for internships on Internshala. We have applied to like 50 or 60 internships totally. And then we have got selected in one company, which was Hypervisor Labs Private Limited, which is known as Visor, which is basically a fintech startup, right? So we were business development interns there. We worked there for like few months. And then the founder of the company, he was a bit close to us, right? So he was just teaching us about compounding and everything, investing, how do you guys have to invest. And then I started my investing journey in the same month, which was in July, right? When I started Build Your Brand, as I mentioned in the previous videos. So in July, I started to invest. I started Build Your Brand. That was when I just felt I could do anything in life if I just had that self-belief in myself. So then I just started to invest, started Build Your Brand, just worked on the website, building the website and everything else. Started to invest in mutual funds then. So yeah, just because I understood the compounding effect. I've also read the book Compounding Effect because the founder told me to read that, and then because of that I just understood how money works, how it compounds and everything. So that's when I'm invested in mutual funds again. So that's how my July month went. And coming on to August, I've had two members on board in my company. One was my school friend and the other one was a mutual friend of ours. So we took them to our company, and then we started, me and my friend, as I said, me and my friend have done an internship, right? In July, we both have started Build Your Brand. So that's how it went, right? From zero in just like a couple of months, from June to July or July to August, I just turned it upside down. I just focused on my cricket, fitness again, starting to eat home food instead of outside food, and then, doing an internship, earning less money, right? It was, for that month, the payment was 2,000 rupees. For me, it might seem very low, but for me, after wasting 50,000 rupees a month, earning that 2,000 rupees per month just felt precious. I cannot even explain that feeling in front of camera, but that was really, really precious for me. I still remember that day when I received it in July ending or August first week after the first month of the internship. But yeah, I still just remember that day when I just told my mom that I've earned 2,000 rupees from an internship. It was just precious. In August mid, we went back to college, and then we thought, chalo, let's study now. It's too much of time waste. And then we started studying for a few months, and then that just went on. Build Your Brand. We were just searching for clients, we were pitching for clients, but nothing worked out. It was just plain. It was just going as it seemed, right? So that's how it was going for a couple of months, and then we came to the end of the semester. We studied a lot at the end of the semester. We put Build Your Brand aside, like we put the work aside. We thought, chalo, me and my friend, right? We just thought, let's study. Padenge. That semester was like a redemption of me in my studies. In January, we just got up another person in our startup, and then we just moved on to US clients. We just pitched on to US clients, and then we just started mailing them about our services, and then that just went by. And now presently, if I talk about this month, we just registered ourselves, and then now we're just having some clients in our startup, and also I've invested a lot of money. As I said, I've started investing last year in July, and I have read a few books as well here and there. And starting, as I mentioned in the video, I was nothing. Now I'm something. I can tell myself that I am something, right? I'm proud of myself. No matter if, I don't know if some people are proud or not proud, but I'm proud of myself. From where I started, from where I went down, and again I rise back up. Now I just want to go from here to somewhere there, right? From nothing, I became something. From something, I'll want to go to everything. That's what everybody dreams of, right? You start from zero, you become a hero. From nothing to everything. I'm just in the middle. Probably this is not even a half of my career stage, because it's just starting. I just wanted to make this video because I knew I could share my journey from where I fell down completely and I got back up. I'm doing something of my own right now, and that is running fairly well, right? So that is what I want to share in this video. I hope you guys have understood and learned something from this video again. So hit the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel.